G'day, welcome to iCULTIVATE. My name's Steve and today we're going to be looking at how you can propagate aloe vera. This video is going to be mainly about propagating aloe vera. But firstly, a few things about the plant aloe vera. There's about 300 different species of aloe type plants, but this particular one, Aloe barbadensis, is one which is commonly known to be very useful when it comes to a few health herbal type remedies. Let's have a quick look at this one. So I'm going to remove this leaf of the aloe vera from here, and you can see quite clearly the gel or the juice that is within this leaf. Now this gel is very, very useful when it comes to dealing with things like burns and other health conditions like psoriasis. What many people do is they will take this gel and they will literally just wipe it on to the affected area and perhaps even take a piece with the gel face down and bandage it over the area. And there are many benefits from this when it comes to the recovery of the injured area. So before we look at potting our aloe vera plant, a couple of other things to consider. Firstly, aloe vera grows naturally in a tropical dry area. So this means that if you live in an area that is not dry and tropical, well then you need to be mindful of this. For example, if you have sub-zero or frost-like conditions at certain times of the year, well then you will need to move your aloe vera indoors. If you do live somewhere that is quite warm and dry, well then you can grow your aloe vera outside all year round. So we're actually at my mum and dad's place where they've asked me to have a look at this aloe vera and see what we can do with it. And you can see quite clearly it's been in this pot for an extended period of time, and we have had multiple pups that have grown from the original aloe vera plant that have grown and have well and truly outgrown this pot. So let's deal with this and see what we can do with this aloe vera clump, because it's more than one plant now, it's a clump of aloe vera. So let's have a look at what we can do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally tip this out, empty it all out, and see what we've got. I guess the first point I would make is that while there's some nice worms and other organic matter in this, it is very wet. And aloe vera don't like wet feet, so that's something that we will deal with when we repot this. So I'm just going to break these all apart and look at all the individual plants. You can see here that we've got little pups growing at the base of these other existing plants, and if let go, these would develop into new plants, but of course we need to break these up and have a better look at it first. I'm just going to break them all up into individual plants. This one will be quite a good one to get into a new pot. You can see these younger ones. So you can see from that original clump of aloe vera that we're now going to be able to get somewhere in the region of about 15 or 16 new plants. Now we only need a few ourselves, so we'll be able to share these out amongst our friends. Let's get these into pots now. With each of these you can see we've got a relatively young aloe plant versus one that's quite a bit older. You can see if we zero in down onto the base of this younger one, we've got the beginnings of some roots. Now I'll be able to just put these straight into some soil in a pot. Contrast this with our older one. You can see that while there are quite a few beginnings of roots, this is going to be way too long to physically just fit into a pot. So I'm going to trim this, and we will get new growth from the base of this older plant as well. So you can see now that we've got quite a few new plants that we can now give to friends and to keep here at our own house. All I now need to do is to water in with a bit of seaweed concentrate to help promote a bit of root growth. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Can I ask you please to go down to the thumbs up and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and if you have any ideas or thoughts or questions that you might have that you can add to this conversation around repotting aloe vera, well then please add to the comments down below. Also, and last but not least, go to our website iCULTIVATE.net and become a member of the community. Thanks for watching.